Welcome to the DCTV News at Noon program. I'm Kelsey Kiesling.
And I'm Kendra Cook. Dolores County Broadcasting Network is the producer of DCTV with support from the Southwest Colorado TV Translator Association.
If you have a news topic or event you'd like to see covered, give us a call. The studio number is 677-4119.
Today's show runs Tuesday at noon and is uploaded to our YouTube channel and our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page, so you can watch it there on demand. Today is April 9th, 2019. And now the news at noon.
From the Cortez Journal, a Colorado man has pleaded guilty to charges stemming from a scheme in which he and others filed false claims for tax credits under the federal program that encourages production and use of renewable energy. The Denver Post reports that Matthew Taylor pleaded guilty in federal court in Denver to conspiracy to defraud the United States, conspiracy to commit money laundering, and money laundering. According to the U.S. Justice Department news release, Taylor and others created a fake company and from 2010 to 2013 filed claims with the IRS for over $7.2 million in tax credits for renewable fuel produced. Prosecutors say the company produced no qualifying renewable fuel. They say Taylor personally netted at least $4.5 million from the scheme. Sentencing is scheduled for December 6th.
Reported in the Durango Herald, photo Mary Shin, and courtesy of the fire department, firefighters are investigating the cause of an apartment fire that started Monday afternoon in South Durango. The fire was reported at 3:35 p.m. and the first unit arrived on scene 7 minutes later to find heavy smoke coming from a downstairs unit, said Randy Black, Deputy Chief of Operations with Durango Fire Protection District. There was black smoke coming from a corner first-floor unit that quickly progressed to where flames were coming out of the building as crews were arriving, Black said. The fire was knocked down within 8 minutes, he said. A woman was taken to the hospital with burns. It was unknown if the woman was burned while trying to battle the fire. The woman's identity was not released. Only one of the 4 apartments in the 2-story structure in the 300 block of East 8th Avenue appeared to be damaged, he said. Firefighters were investigating whether the fire caused damage to the electrical system or gas lines of the complex. Quote, I believe at this point the other 3 units are going to be habitable, but we're trying to make that decision, Black said. The cause of the fire remained under investigation as of 5 p.m. Police closed several city blocks to give firefighters room to work. About 30 volunteers and staff members with DFPD responded with 2 engines, a ladder truck, 2 ambulances, and a brush truck.
According to the Durango Herald, a fledgling effort to shelter homeless residents in Durango has attracted strong interest from area churches. A group of volunteers from St. Mark's Episcopal Church is organizing the effort to determine how faith-based communities could shelter the homeless while they search for long-term housing, said Caroline Kinzer with St. Mark's Neighbors in Need Task Force. A shelter or dispersed shelters could keep homeless residents out of the coldest weather and inside when fire danger is peaking, church representatives said last week at the group's first meeting. The group is not looking to duplicate the Durango Community Shelter operated by the Volunteers of America or housing offered by any other nonprofit. Representatives from 19 churches attended the first meeting, and 40 people from those churches said they would like to work on the effort, said Betsy Morris, a task force member. The first meeting drew more than 60 residents, she said. At the meeting, the group explored a variety of options for homeless shelters. For example, instead of setting up a single shelter, each church could shelter a few homeless residents under certain conditions, such as particularly cold weather, said the Reverend Debbie Shue with St. Mark's.
Reported in the Journal File Photo, U.S. District Court Judge Robert Blackburn set an August trial date Monday for 4 suspects facing felony charges in connection with illegal marijuana cultivation in Montezuma County. Jimmy Dang, Lisa Yang, Ki Lin Wu, and Sang Teng are scheduled for an August 19th trial, Blackburn said. They are charged with manufacturing, possessing, and intending to distribute 1,000 or more marijuana plants, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office. All 4 defendants pleaded not guilty after being indicted in October. December. Dang and Wu are being held in custody on the charges. The 4 defendants were arrested in August after several agencies raided 4 properties in Montezuma County and 1 in Cortez. An estimated $500,000 in cash and gold bars, 4,300 plants, and 500 pounds of processed marijuana were seized, according to the DEA, Drug Enforcement Administration. The distribution charge stemmed from surveillance operations in Denver, in which the defendants were suspected of transferring marijuana and visiting a drug stash house on Bryant Street, according to court records. The raids are connected to a Chinese or Chinese-speaking drug ring that has been under investigation since a large raid in 2016 in Rifle, Steve Knight said in a previous interview with the Cortez Journal. Knight is the resident agent in charge of the DEA office in Grand Junction. 3 defendants own Chinese restaurants in Cortez, according to court documents. Wu and Dang own the Ocean Pearl Chinese restaurant at 300 East Main Street, and Yang owns the Hong Kong restaurant 332 West Main Street, according to case records and the Montezuma County Assessor's Office. Charges against 5 other people arrested during the August raids were dismissed in November in the 22nd Judicial District Court.
According to the Durango Herald, one morning last fall, 4-year-old Joey Wilcox woke up with the left side of his face drooping. It was the first sign of an unfolding nightmare. 3 days later, Joey was in a hospital intensive care unit, unable to make his arms or move his arms or legs or sit up. Spinal taps and other tests failed to find a cause. Doctors worried he was about to lose the ability to breathe. Joey, who survived but still suffers some of the effects, was one of 228 confirmed victims in the U.S. last year of acute flaccid myelitis, or AFM, a rare, mysterious, and sometimes deadly paralyzing illness that seems to ebb and flow on an every other year cycle, and is beginning to alarm public health officials because it is striking more and more children. Dr. Anthony Fauci, head of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, said it may bear similarities to polio, which smoldered among humans for centuries before it exploded into fearsome epidemics in the 19th and 20th centuries. Fauci, who published a report about the disease Tuesday in the medical journal MBio, said it is unlikely AFM will become as bad as polio, which struck tens of thousands of U.S. children annually before a vaccine became available in the 1950s. But he warned, don't assume that it's going to stay at a couple of hundred cases every other year. While other countries have reported cases, including Canada, France, Britain, and Norway, the size and pattern of the U.S. outbreaks have been more pronounced. More than 550 Americans have been struck with this decade. The oldest was 32. More than 90% were children, most around 4, 5, or 6 years old. And now let's take a look at the weather.
So it's sort of a quiet stillness out there in Dove Creek this morning, as they say, the calm before the storm. Today, partly sunny skies may break through a bit with a high near 69 degrees. Windy with a southeast wind, 10 to 20 miles an hour, becoming south-southwest, 20 to 30 miles an hour by the afternoon. And then there are those wind gusts possible to 45 miles an hour, such that a wind advisory has been issued for our area between 12 noon and 10 p.m. Tonight, a 60% chance for scattered rain and showers starts in the early Wednesday morning hours before 4 a.m. And then scattered rain and snow showers expected between roughly 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. And then actual snow showers are likely as we wake up on Wednesday, increasing clouds with a low around 35 on the overnight. And those winds continue 20 to 30 miles an hour, becoming 10 to 20 miles an hour. After midnight, however, we still could see those gusts as high as 45 miles an hour. Little or no snow accumulation is expected on the Tuesday overnight. Then Wednesday, we move up to 80% chance of periods of snow showers continuing. Some thunder is also possible, a high near just 42 degrees. Breezy with those winds changing to the northwest at 15 to 25 miles an hour, and again with gusts possibly as high as 40 miles an hour. On the ground Wednesday, we may see some new snow accumulation of less than a half an inch possible, so just a covering. Then Wednesday night, we head down to a 40% chance of snow showers, continuing mostly cloudy with a low around 25 degrees. Blustery with that north-northwest wind, though, at 20 to 25 miles an hour, decreasing to 10 to 15 miles an hour after midnight. And we still may see wind gusts as high as 35 miles an hour overnight. And if we make it through all that, then Thursday's looking nice. Still cold, though, partly sunny with a high near 43 degrees. Those north-northwest winds keeping the wind chill lower. Thursday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 27 degrees. And then Friday, now we see a 30% chance of snow showers moving back in before 2 p.m. and then a chance of rain showers in the afternoon, and then a chance of snow showers after 4 p.m. Mostly cloudy with a high near 46 degrees for Friday. These may be spotty, not covering the entire area. Friday night, still a slim chance of snow showers continues mainly before midnight. Mostly cloudy with a low around 29. And then it clears out for Saturday, mostly cloudy with a high near 49 degrees. Saturday night, partly cloudy with a low around 30 degrees, warming up more for Sunday, mostly sunny with a high near 56. And Sunday night, partly cloudy with a low around 36 degrees. And now back to the news.
According to the Durango Herald, when it comes to keeping municipal sewer systems regular and free-flowing, something more powerful than Drano is needed. Meet the Durango City's combination sewer cleaner, a specialized truck equipped with a high-pressure water hose that blasts away blockages to make the system run more efficiently. The city has 3 combination sewer cleaners, and they're out working most days, said Levi Lloyd, director of city operations, but they're expensive. A new Vector truck costs Durango $397,000 and is replaced every 7 years, Lloyd said. The high-pressure lines are equipped with nozzles designed by local manufacturer Stone Age Inc. tools to clean sewer pipes. The nozzle has holes in it for water to flow through, a couple facing at angles to spin the nozzle and cut through debris, and a couple facing backwards to propel the nozzle and hose through the pipe. Water is pumped out of the nozzle at 3,000 pounds per square inch, Lloyd said, enough force to cut through tree roots, grease clogs, and flushable wipe buildups. The city provides its combination sewer cleaner to Fort Lewis College on a by-request basis, meaning that whenever FLC has a blocked sewage pipe, it calls the city and gets the equipment to the Mesa, Lloyd said.
From CDOT and the Journal, map from CDOT. On April 15th, the Colorado Department of Transportation and contractor Four Corners Material will begin a resurfacing overlay project on U.S. Highway 491 and Colorado Highway 184. The project will also include the installation of an advanced warning sign system at the intersection on U.S. 491 and Montezuma County Road BB, CDOT said in a press release. The project will add 10 years of life to the highway. Work will smooth the road surface and eliminate ruts and road damage, making the highway safer for the traveling public. The advanced warning sign system will enhance safety for northbound and southbound travelers on US 491 as they approach CRBB, an intersection with limited sight distance. The road surface improvements will begin on US 491 north of Cortez between Lewis and Cajon for 18 miles from mile point 36 to 54, US 491 at CRS from mile point 33 to 34, and on Colorado 184 by Cox Conoco from mile point 0 to 4. The $11 million project consists of an initial 1-inch leveling course to smooth the road, a final overlay, new striping, and shoulder graveling on US 491 and Colorado 184. Additionally, the project will address needed guardrail adjustment by Narragansett Reservoir. Other work will include highway widening, new striping, and overlay at CRS, and the project has an anticipated completion date of October of 2019. Motorists may expect flagger operations with north and southbound one-lane alternating traffic, 15-minute delays, and a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit reduction. The project will be in operation from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday.
From the Durango Herald, Fort Lewis College expects enrollment to be flat for 2019-2020, viewed as a win by school officials who have been battling declining enrollment since the Great Recession. For budgeting purposes, the school is working on an estimate that total enrollment will be 3,347 for next school year, a 0.9% increase from this year. Attention is being paid to recruitment, FLC President Tom Striticus told the Board of Trustees, Academic, and Student Affairs Committee on Thursday. Director of Administration's Jess Savage presented application numbers so far for academic year 2019-2020. Numbers as of March 25th indicate the school has also concentrated on attracting more transfer students, dedicating an admission counselor to work with transfers. Savage said the move is paying off, with 53 transfer students confirmed for 2019-2020 through March 25th, compared with 39 students last year. Trustees also discussed paying more attention to high school students enrolled in concurrent college classes at FLC as an avenue to boost enrollment numbers.
From the Journal, photos Jim Imiaga. Dolores tried to envision a future of increased commerce during a recent economic development workshop at their town hall. Some ideas considered more promotion as an outdoor adventure destination. They would include allowing off-highway vehicles to travel certain town streets, hosting an annual outdoor conference, installing game and fish processing stations in the park, and improving signage to direct visitors to attractions like McPhee Reservoir, Boggy Draw Trails, and the Dolores River. Quote, "We have everything you need for outdoor adventure in Dolores with the river, lake, trails, hunting, and mountains," said Dolores Chamber Director Rocky Moss. Let's build that idea of Dolores as a destination, improve visibility, and market 3 to 7 day itineraries of things to do. The Chamber supports the idea of adjusting town laws to allow off-highway vehicles such as ATVs in town. Montezuma County regulations allow them on county roads. Currently, OHVs, including ATVs, are not allowed to travel Dolores streets. Town Board member Cody Folsom also believes allowing OHVs in town on certain routes is worth considering. He owns Dolores Outfitters, which provides OHV rentals. Folsom gave a presentation on the economic benefits of motorized recreation. The additional volume in town would be modest, not a huge amount like Moab or Silverton, he said. Allowing ATV use on certain routes in town benefits local riders and tourists. They could stop in town for supplies. County roads on either side of town allow ATVs, such as Road 31, accessing Granite Mesa and the National Forest, but they can't come into town, Folsom said. Under Colorado law, towns and counties can allow OHV use within their jurisdictions with regulations. The county rule requires that the driver have a Colorado driver's license, and that the vehicle have a headlight and taillight. OHVs generally are not allowed on state or federal highways. However, it is legal for them to cross a state or federal highway at intersections with county and city roads. Dolores Outpost Motel owner Ginger McClellan Swoop also advocated for regulated OHV use in town. "It would be nice to ride an ATV up to Boggy from town rather than having to load it up on a trailer," McClellan Swoop said. She said Dolores is a big draw for hunting, fishing, and cross-country motorcycles, and those recreationalists are a big part of her customer base. Hunters buy groceries here, process game here, stay with us. They also visit before the season to scout, McClellan Swoop said. A wide-ranging discussion continued about marketing Dolores and supporting local businesses and new ideas. Quote, "I've always thought Dolores is perfect for a water feature on the river," said Montezuma County Commissioner Larry Don Sukla. "Creating a deep channel with a diversion structure would create a perpetual wave that people could surf. They do that in other river towns, and it draws in people." Susan Lysak said that attracting people from area towns to visit Dolores is also part of the formula. She suggested signs at trailheads that show local businesses and other attractions. More signs directing people to the swimming area at the beach are also needed. Hunting, rafting, and cycling guides should be contacted to inform them of what Dolores offers. It was noted Dolores's Boggy Draw mountain bike trails are popular locally, but could be marketed to attract riders who visit biking towns such as Durango and Moab. Cross-country adventure travel routes pass through Dolores, including the Colorado Backcountry Discovery Route and the Trans-American Trail for motorcyclists and the Western Express cross-country bicycle route. Promoting Dolores on those promotional materials was another idea. Dolores could also benefit from a county plan to establish a motorized route through Sagehen to McPhee Reservoir as part of a proposed spur to the Rimrocker Trail, which travels between Montrose and Moab using existing dirt roads. Crystal Anderson suggested pamphlets that show biking and hiking trails, fishing and hunting areas, and motorized routes. Town Board Trustee Val Trulson said the town could benefit by promoting snowmobiling in the nearby San Juan National Forest. Legalizing retail marijuana stores in Dolores was another idea. Having a processing facility for hemp, which was recently legalized nationally, also was suggested. All of the talk about new businesses is good, some said, but supporting current businesses is equally as important. For starters, everyone should make a bigger effort to support local businesses, said business owner Shauna Valdez. It's important that we all support each other. If everyone just spent 10% more locally, it would make a huge difference. When local businesses are successful, it attracts others to start new ones, she said. Valdez said it's important to be a welcoming town. It's the spirit of inviting others where they see a reason to stop in town, she said.
From the Cortez Journal, the McPhee Overlook Trail, FS Trail 155, located in the Dolores Ranger District of the San Juan National Forest, will open from the trailhead near the town to May Canyon on Monday. Only the first section, about a mile long, will be open. The remaining section from May Canyon to House Creek Campground will open May 1st. The non-motorized trail is about 9 miles long and connects Dolores with House Creek Campground and the Boggy Draw Trail system. It is open only to non-motorized use, such as hiking, biking, and horseback riding. Winter and early spring closures occur annually in critical big game winter range areas. These closures offer wildlife forage, shelter, and protection from disturbance when animals are more vulnerable, especially after extreme winters such as the 2018-19 season. Seasonal closures for this area went into effect in 2012 upon completion of the Boggy Glade Travel Management Plan. If mud and snow are encountered along that trail, visitors are encouraged to avoid using it until conditions improve. By delaying a trip, users will avoid damaging the trail system and negatively impacting natural resources. For more information, contact the Dolores Ranger District at 882-7296.
And today's High Canyon Country happenings. Through this weekend, the 12th through the 14th of April, it's the Durango Bluegrass Meltdown. From 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. each day, the annual Durango Bluegrass Meltdown celebrates its 25th year in beautiful downtown Durango. This year's lineup includes Junior Sisk and Friends, the Larry Keel Experience, songs from the Road Band, John Reichman and the Jaybirds, Richie and Rosie, Jeff Scroggins and Colorado, FY5, Steam Machine, Masontown, and many, many more. Tickets are now available on sale. You can go online to durangomeltdown.com to find out more information. And at the Dove Creek Schools, their Muffins for Moms and Donuts for Dads days are being combined into one monthly event. Any adult who wishes to read to a student is welcome to come at 7:50 a.m. to experience their Rise and Shine assembly and then take a student to read until 8:20 a.m. Guests are invited to share in coffee or a latte while reading with the student. They hope to see everyone there. The next one is tomorrow, Wednesday morning, April 10th, and thereafter it's May 8th. And April 13th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., celebrate the new ownership of the grand opening hosted by Mesa Verde Motorsports. Come check out the new pricing and accessories Mesa Verde Motorsports has to offer at 2120 South Broadway in Cortez. And all the happenings are posted on our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page, along with our YouTube replays, weather, original stories, and local posts. To share your event or information, you can contact us by email, dcbnnews@gmail.com, or call us at the station 970-677-4119.
Thanks for tuning in. News at Noon airs at noon Monday through Thursday and then is available online on our YouTube channel and our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page on demand.
Be sure to like us there on Facebook and join in on the news of our area. And of course, please share it with a friend.
For Kendra Cook with DCTV and the News at Noon program out of Dove Creek, USA, I'm Kelsey Kiesling. Thanks for watching.